Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Jessica's channel. Today we're going to talk about doubt. So I've been reading James with a friend and it has just been so eye-opening, and we went through just so many good topics that I can't wait to share with you all. So let's dive in. Let's talk about doubt. So first I'm going to read James 1-6. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting. For the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. So this is very descriptive and imaginatory, right? You see, what do waves do? They just constantly flow and there's no sternness, there's no standing your ground in who you are. It's just being very, very fluid and letting the wind just take you and letting anything that anyone says you believe, or when a thought comes up that comes from your flesh and you just believe that. It's being very flimsical. It's being very, very not grounded in your truth and who you are. And faith is a big part in not doubting. It's about knowing that you know who you are, you know who your identity, you know what your identity is, you know your I ams, and you don't let the flesh dictate your attitude, what you think about yourself, how you see yourself. It's just about you being yourself, you listening to God. And doubting literally means dispute, and it's you disputing with yourself. The context with dispute is often with another person, but here we see that dispute is in your mind. It's you arguing with yourself, and that does no good. You have the answers. This is your perspective. This is your life. This is your truth. No one else knows your truth but you and God. No one else knows what is true and most loving for you than you and God. This is your perspective, and you get to say who you are. You get to choose. You get to walk forth in that complete trust and that complete knowing of who you are, and no one gets to take that away from you. You are the only one that takes it away from yourself when you doubt yourself, when you doubt God. And in this context, it is used to refer to a person disputing with their own self. And that's a kingdom that's torn apart, that's divided, and you never get far when you are divided with yourself and when you're constantly arguing or questioning yourself before you even get a chance to take off and build that momentum. We also talked about doubt is to be a person of fundamental divided mind. And fundamentally inconsistent attitude towards God. God knows who you are. God knows that you are a child of light, that you are love, and that there is nothing that can separate you and God. God also knows that there is no doubt. God knows that love is the only truth, and your fraction of light knows that too. Everything else of this world fades away. Everything else of this world is going to be gone one day, but your light, the love is going to be, it's eternal. It's here forever. God was here before the world was created, and will be here way after. God is forever. So really knowing that what is true to you, what is your truth. And your truth is always, always, always connected to God. It's always connected to God. Your truth is God. Your truth is love. And it's reckless and wavering distrust, a refusal to trust God. And that's what it is when you're doubting yourself. You're refusing to trust God. You're refusing to trust yourself because you are a fraction of light. And God always says God is in alignment. When you act, when you think, and when you speak in the form of love, in the form of light, the things that bring you most excitement, you are in alignment. It's about mind, body, and soul. And when you are questioning any parts of that are connected to love and to light, that are leading you into a certain direction, that is going to bring your life more joy and more compassion and more love, you are literally questioning God. And that's how reckless and that's how important it is to look at doubt. when you're doubting yourself, and it's time to let it go. Let it go completely. And to never allow your mind to become so divided and self-disputing that it welcomes these doubts. And being so attentive and so firm, being so present and being so steadfast and firm in who you are and in your truth and in God's truth, and trusting that wholeheartedly. Never allowing your mind to be so divided and self-disputed that, yes, those thoughts might come up. I'm not saying that they won't. It's natural, right? They come from our flesh, but it's about not feeding them. It's about not marinating in them. It's about not giving them fire, not giving them attention. Seeing it, gently bringing your attention back to your truth, and knowing that you came here to learn and to grow and to be yourself and to walk this path with confidence and with faith and with truth. And that's that. And being so stern and so firm in that. And it's about always striving to take the side of God and trust, and it's about always taking the side of God in truth. God is truth, and against doubts when they arise. It's knowing that what is true to you. And again, you give things meaning. You get to decide. That's what God is telling you. You are the co-creator. You are the fraction of light. You are the one that says what matters to you and what doesn't. It's your beliefs that you must take a look at. And as always, strive to take the side of God and truth. And we're also going to talk about some strategies to fight doubt. So my friend and I were doing Bible study, and a couple ones that came up is prayer. That is such a big one. That is such a big one. Guard your mind and your heart and your tongue, being aware of what you're saying, what you're thinking. Prayer is so important. Praying against doubt literally every single night, every single day. And having faith. It's about truly knowing, where are you putting your faith? Where are you putting your focus? Where are you putting your attention? Are you trusting in God? Are you trusting in the way that He's leading you into the unknown, and knowing that when you have God, you have nothing to fear? Truly, you have nothing to fear. And while you might feel it because you live in a body and you have a mind, knowing that you will always be led back to God, and that you will discover your light in the darkness, because the darkness could never take the light out or diminish it. And lastly, truth. Being so aware and so cognizant of your truth, knowing who you are, knowing that you are a child of God, knowing your identity, because that's the first thing that the enemy goes after. It's about questioning your identity, but you being so firm and true in who you are. And the question that I'm going to leave you with, that from our Bible study that we got, and I will actually share it with you all. We were doing the coalition. It's called thegospelcoalition.org, and it's so good. It has so many good questions and just passages that break down the Bible. And the question that they asked for this phrase for James 1-6 is, how can you resist becoming a double-minded person, unstable in your ways? And again, that goes back to the strategies. It's being so firm and trusting your love and your light and your connection to God that nothing is going to separate that. And knowing that it's so deep, so wide, so high, and that when you have it, when you felt it, when you see it, when you know it, you don't ever want to separate from it. And doubt separates you from God. So being so stern about what you're listening to, what you're believing about yourself, and what you can do, because you're so much stronger than you think. You're so much stronger than you think, and you can overcome so much if you don't listen to doubt. I hope that was helpful. I will see you next time. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Bye.